Hi everybody, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live, Graves of Craven Level Up event. This is our Saturday. First of all, it's going to be very spooktacular. Happy Halloween to everybody. We're going to have a great time this evening. This is not going to be a super long event. Maybe an hour. We'll see. Got some very, very good news to report, so I think it's going to be pretty fast. Hopefully we get everybody here, get them on time, and then you guys can enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening before we get into this Halloween smash tonight. We got a farm PDL PvP battle of the sexes, male versus female, female versus male. It's going to be a lot of fun, so it's going to be very chill environment. We're going to have a Halloween super special bundle that you guys are going to want to check that out. I think it's going to be a once in a lifetime event, so it's going to be really fun. But just recapping all the numbers from last night, I will say this was probably one of the most complete chapters from a standpoint. You guys did well. There were varying degrees of die rolls where, look, there were some times factions wiped, groups wiped, but start to finish from the beginning of this chapter to the end, my personal opinion is that this was one of the best ones that you guys had. Now, there was a little bit more XP built into this chapter, so there was a little bit of leeway that you could fail a little bit and still come out doing pretty well. How do I sound on the big screen, miss? Come on, tell me it sounds good. Say it, say it, say it. It's got to sound good. The bigger, the better. How's the audio? What's up, Father Ron? So I'm going to give you guys just a, yes, that's what I want to hear. I'm going to give you guys a nice little trip down memory lane. And I think it's going to spark a few. And keep in mind, we just did a level up like the first week of October. So this is the first time I think we've ever done 2 level ups in the same month. Because we got a late start to the last one. We got an early start to this one. So as we got a few people kind of strolling in, I see you guys. Here we go. Just a little trip down memory lane to show you what we're evaluating the experience on. We had a couple people that missed a week, and that's why I said there was a lot of XP really built into this week. So here we go. This is a little reminder of what you guys experienced over the last 4 weeks. So we'll start out with, well, first of all, there's your CRS, and there is your target. So the real target here everybody's shooting for is 750, right? I mean, unless you were under that 500, but the majority of the raid was around 500, a little bit over 500. So the goal was to get that next 250,000 to get to level 11. Now, we had a few people that were a little bit behind from previous weeks. Some of those people may have the potions to double up. And we had a couple people, unfortunately, missed multiple weeks, and they didn't quite get where they wanted to get, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to remind you guys, the first real fight that we had in Graves of Craven was, you guys went up to those gravestones, and then we had all those eyes looking, and then you're on the street, and you had Crane, Jack, and Leon. So I think this kind of set the stage for all of Graves of Craven. The Headless Horseman fight. You knew what was coming for the rest of the month. Certainly Jack with those blades, Jack of all trades, and then Leon as well. So that was the first real battle. And this was such a good battle, and it was a long battle, that it took us right to Lizzie. Now, Lizzie, we didn't get it done. So we started the Lizzie battle, and then we had Char, and people were making their ways down the spider webs, burning a lot. Lizzie was doing 40 whacks and then 41. So a few of you guys, how many people died via Lizzie? And then we had Alf. And Alf was fine too. But then at the end, B-Dub got a little greedy and went over to the spark and fell in the hole. And next thing you know, the group was looking at this. So we started out the next week with the group in a box. And there were some interesting strategies. Will got some bonus XP from this. Dow and Jim were turning themselves into ants trying to crawl out. We had people using burrowing owls. So it was a lot of fun, right? There was a lot of good stuff with how to get out of this box. You guys were stuck in this box for a week. But certainly Lo and behold, you get out of the box. I see Valar. Thank you so much, Valar. Hello, 999 Army. Kills Great Mods, channel members, patrons, PDL players, sponsors, super chats, super stickers, and a loader bundle for ARC. You got it. And I do want to apologize last night. I was so excited from the event. I didn't read everybody's super chats, but certainly appreciate you guys super chatting last night. I tried to type something at the very end, but thank you for all that you guys do for the channel. Normally, I do kind of pause and read, but I was just kind of into the boss and into the story, and I thought you guys did a great job. So you finally get out of the box, and what's waiting for you when you get out of the box? Yep, Lizzie, Char, and Alf again. So part 2 to that fight. You guys got so close to Alf, but you didn't quite get it done. And then we had this house over on the left side. Freaky, freaky house where we saw that teaser of Vlad. And then the next thing you know, you guys are there in the living room and you're climbing up the stairs. And then we saw the death of Moonshot. And then once you got past the death of Moonshot, we had this guy. So you guys had a great fight with Vlad and with Toxie. Cat made a big move, locked him in the coffin, but there was good damage already. It just made the fight a little bit quicker. So group did well. And then I would say, personally, this to me is probably the creepiest fight we've ever had. I know some people didn't like Remy. I know there's some other bosses out there. Mira, a few you could probably count on your hand. The Saul boys. But this Victoria fight, and then the bridesmaid, Vivian, this was kind of creepy even for my standards. I mean, she was plastered inside a wall and left to die alive. I mean, that's twisted. So certainly after years and years and years, that was what was left of Victoria. And then we had the Spooky Bouquet, a little bit of faction XP on the line there. Vivian with all of the smokes. Father Ron, probably not his finest hour with the smokes. But Vivian, and then we get to last night, and oh boy, how about the strategies here? Now, let me also say that the fight mechanics in this chapter, to me, were very good. There were a lot of different things that challenged you guys, whether it was Jack of all trades, whether it was Val's attack last night, whether it was shoots, ladder, and splatter. There were a lot of neat ways to die. You guys can all admit this was probably the most creative death experience that we've had. So last night we did have Fritz, Remy, and Val. I know Gemstone probably just took a walk when she saw Remy. Don't want to deal with Remy. And then we ended up with, I think, kind of a little bit of animation here where we had certainly Fogel was leading the charge, Hinkle, and then Marrow. And there's some stories behind these, but I think it went really, really well with kind of closing out the chapter. And you guys did a great job with this. Certainly taking down Fogel, the Hinkle puzzles, and it ended up being messy. So hopefully you guys will go watch Frosty the Snowman over the next couple weeks, and then you'll remember, like, I remember. So that is, that's what we got. So very complete chapter. And you guys, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Cosmic Caverns is better. I know it's hard to keep one-upping ourselves, but as creepy as Graves of Craven is, Cosmic Caverns will be like a complete, I can't say it, mind manipulation. How about that? Yeah, I was going to use something that was not quite as user-friendly, but it will mess with your mind. So Cosmic Caverns is going to be a lot of fun. And as always, there's a story, there's a connection, and our host for today, for your level up event, is none other, wait for it, Marrow the Guardian, who was helping guard the ice portal. So he is going to be our honorary MC for today as you collect your experience points. I would not cross him. All he was doing is putting some people in blocks, trying to protect the portal. Didn't kill anybody yet. Doesn't mean he can't. So let's jump over to the XP event, everybody. And I did have, anytime we do this, I get a lot of people say, let me go first, let me go first. So certainly, I know a few of you have some events. So I'm going to start out. Ron had said he's got a family thing he's got to get to. So I'm going to start out with Father Ron. Now, Ron, I'm going to say you better be on your best behavior walking up these stairs. So this is going to be a good, no unholy smoke, Ron. This is going to be a good indicator for you guys. It might be kind of like wondering, like, how close am I? How close am I? There was about 300,000 XP on the line here because of the extra week and the extra bosses. We had 6 different boss events. So for us, for a chapter, that's pretty good. Normally we have 4 to 5. 6 is up there. So you guys saw a little bit of the walkthrough. Ron, I had you coming in at 522,000. So again, if you guys don't remember the CSR, here it is. So Ron was over the curve at 500, 522, trying to get to that very, very important 750. Ron, I've got you collecting on between new experience points, items used, and bonuses. I got you collecting 280,000. And this encompasses decisions, good and bad, items used, bonuses, whether it's bonus potions, XP elixirs. So, Ron, I got you sitting at 802. And moving up, congratulations. As long as you have 2 ATT potions, then we will level you up to level 11. So congratulations. First player today being level 11. So we now have a level 11 priest. Now, I'm not counting any of your additional bonuses, but if you guys are keeping score at home, Ron's ATT is 11 plus 6, which puts him at ATT 17. Now, you guys know your torsos, so on and so forth. In the not too distant future, I mean, you guys know we got December and January coming. Could be some tier 3 gear. Not too far down the line. But I would expect tier 3 gear to be pretty important around the first of the year, when we start to transition into the new year. Maybe you'll get a chance to get a piece or two before New Year's. You might need it for January. But most of our group right now is Crossfire gear. Look, there were some good pulls, some good wild cards, some good sharing of gear. I know I had people that collected the whole Crossfire set, and then they would trade a Crossfire wild card. So that's one of the reasons why I think the damage was much, much higher over the last couple weeks, because a lot of you guys are going out there with full Crossfire gear. Now, as you transition into the Cosmic Caverns, Crossfire gear is going to be okay. It's probably not going to give you a huge advantage. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be like you're wearing tier 1 out there. but certainly Cosmic Caverns scales up. So congratulations, Ron, raising your ATT and raising your level. Father Ron, good job. All right, who do we have up next? Give me a volunteer. We're going to get through everybody. These will go pretty quick. Like I said, there are a couple people that might not have quite made it, and they can check their inventory for potions. All right, we'll get a member of Sly. So we got brand new. We got Emperor Tank meeting the Guardian Marrow. One thing about Vox and former Vox members, they never hesitate to volunteer to go first. I will say that. we get Vox members and they're like, me, I'll go. All right. Emperor, I've got you coming in at, you were 472. So you were 28,000 under the curve. Now, I will say this. Anthony front and center, the last 4 weeks, up there tanking it. All bonuses included. He got some bonus XP for a couple of his decisions. Also, triple XP and bonus elixirs. Anthony, you went from 472. I've got you adding 280. Putting you at a grand total of 752. Actually leveling up 2 levels. We now have a level 11 tank, and it will cost you 4 ATT potions. Once again, this 4-week chapter, this is the best you guys have ever rated. This is the most experience points you guys have ever gotten. Boss strategies were good. Damage was high. Decisions were, for the most part, pretty good. Except the explosion. That's documented. And Anthony, I don't have your ATT inventory in front of me, but I'd say double check it. Now, I know the last 2 weeks you guys have gotten 2, so most people should have at least 2. Now, the fact that you leveled up twice and made up the difference means you need 4. So double check that, and we will move you up to level 11, and that should take your ATT as a base to 17, plus any torsos that, I'm sorry, not torsos, plus any threads and wild cards that you have collected. All right, let's get another volunteer. Who wants to go next? All right, let's go with Football Master. All right, Zach, yours is pretty easy. You were barely over the curve. Last time, you're level 10, you're 503. You collected 270. You're here every week. 5K in bonuses. I've got you coming in at 778 and becoming the first warrior to go up to level 11. And we'll take 2 ATT 20 potions from you as well. And we'll see you guys tonight for the male versus female battle royale. All right, Deadly Dimes. All right, now we're getting into some big daddy numbers right here. So Deadly Dimes was coming in at 529. And Dimes, I got you coming in with the base 270, but items used, potions, elixirs, we're adding 295 total to your assortment, taking you from 529 up to 824. So a little bit of a cushion moving on up to the next level. So Deadly Dimes getting on the board with 824. I said, this is one of the easier events because of the amount of coordination and damage and winning, basically, that you guys have done. A lot of winning. But I'm sure Cosmic Caverns is going to reverse that course, and there's going to be a lot of losing coming up because I got a feeling that those folks from Brace and Max might not be too comfortable about you guys traipsing your way through the Cosmic Caverns. All right, let me get another volunteer. All right, we're going to get to Mist the Ninja. We're going to get somebody that is not Sly or Vox. All right, Mist. Let's come up here and talk to the Guardian. Mist, you had a little bit of a cushion coming in. You were at 512 at the end of the last level up event. Present every week. Items used. Strategy, you switched up on a couple different bosses. I got you adding 275K. Still expanding that cushion that you had. Miss, you're at 787. Going to level 11. And congratulations, you are the best ninja that the group has. No contest. So Mist going up to level 11. So we got Ron at 11, Football at 11, Dimes at 11, Anthony at 11, and Mist at level 11 as well. If you guys are just tuning in, happy Halloween. Hopefully you guys are having a good afternoon. Now, theoretically, I guess if you're the only one You're not only the best, but you're also the worst. But I wasn't going to bring that up. We're just going to say you're the best. You're number one. All right, I need another volunteer. Who wants to volunteer? I get like an angry devil. What's that for? All right, you are the best of the best. How about that? All right, Gravestone. Come on up, Gravestone. Gemstone changing her name for the Halloween festivities. Gotta love it. Jim came in at 510,000. Holding tough, over the curve a little bit. Now, I'm going to tell you, Jim padded the stats a little bit because there was a couple of weeks back, where we were missing about 7 or 8 people. And Jim absolutely crushed it that week. So there was some stat padding going on that week. Jim, items, extras, potions, elixirs. I've got you adding 300K to that 510. So I got you sitting at 810K and moving up easily to level 11. And you guys see some of the damage stats that I link. Jim is consistently up in the top 3. So congratulations, and let's get you set up. Let's start to make the teams look like the teams are going to look. How about that? There we go. All right, let me get another volunteer. Who wants to go next? All right. Busy Bee. All right, Busy, I've got you had a little bit of a cushion. You were at 519 coming in. You added 280K. Look at this. I got you 799. Busy Bee at 799. So certainly well over the 750 needed as well. Congratulations, Busy Bee. I think that makes you the first engineer to go up to level 11. We'll see you tonight, hopefully, in the Battle Royale. Starting to look like a good team up there, isn't it? Don't get nervous, guys. It's looking pretty lethal. All right, let's get Fly Rod. We get somebody from Mir up there finally. Fly Rod the last couple months has been, here's another thing. Fly Rod, you guys see the damage meters, usually top 6 as a tank. Fly Rod is always up there in damage, even in his tanking role. Fly Rod came in at 505, was barely over the curve. Fly Rod, you had big damage and extras. I got you adding 285. Your brand new total is 790K. So we're batting 1,000, everybody. Everybody has leveled up so far. Keep the momentum going. I'm going to put you over here with the losing, the men's team tonight. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I have confidence in the men to show up. All right, good job, Fly Rod. Who do we have next? Who wants to go next? Anthony, that's actually perfect. 3 20s and 115 will work. That's good enough. All right, Animal. Animal, you step up there and Marrow starts giving you the cold shoulder. I'm just messing with you. He didn't freeze you. You're okay. You're okay, Joe. He's not doing anything to you. Joe, I had you coming in at 394K. This was a big chapter for you. Now, you didn't jump up 2 levels, but you were at level 9, and you added, and you guys, if you didn't get the memo a couple weeks ago, I think Animal was number 3 in damage a couple of weeks ago. So he had a big, big chapter. Animal, I got you adding 280K, taking your total from 394 to 674. Going from level 9 to level 10. Big jump for you. And only about 70K behind being right there with the group. Like, not far away from level 11. So, Animal, congratulations. You jumped from level 9 to level 10. And your new total is 674. And we'll see you tonight over here, Animal. And Joe, let me just say, bring your grenades tonight. Because, well, I want you guys to compete. All right, give me another volunteer. Who's next? Beasley. Where you at, Beasley? All right, here we go. Killer Beasley, everybody. All right, Sheila, I had you at 459K, level 9. I've got you adding 225K. So jumping all the way up to 684. And moving up to level 10. And once again, a good Cosmic Caverns chapter. And you're back in striking distance to get that level back. So currently I got you sitting at level 10. You're in the game. 684K. Need a big chapter coming up for Cosmic. And then you should be able to catch the group, hopefully, up there when they all hit level 12. So good job. Way to level up. And let's keep the momentum going. Everybody has leveled up at least once so far. All right, let's get Tiny. Oh, boy. There he is. Stop. Take a picture. Take a picture of those abs. Look at those abs filling up your screen. Yep. All right. Enough. Wipe the screens down. Here we go. Tiny was coming in at 505. You guys know how good Tiny is. Come on. Was there ever a question Tiny, Dimes adding. He likes the potions. Tiny adding 290 to that 505. I got Tiny coming in at 795 Dimes. Moving him up to level 11. So great job, Tiny. Starting to get some balance over there. We got a lot of tanks over on that side. All right, who do we have up next? Making great times. I said, this will be less than an hour. All right, Trigger. Angel's like, I hope I leveled up. Angel, I want to remind you, you're almost always in the top 5. So I don't think there's any question about you leveling up. So Trigger came in at 544. One of the top XP leaders coming in. And she added 300K. Trigger, I got you taking a pretty good lead here with the group. You're at 844. So that is the top XP currently. 844. Number 1 in XP. Very consistent. Perfect attendance. Great damage. Great item usage. Trigger, level 11 sniper, 844. Nice little cushion on the way to 1 million. Great job. All right, we got B-Dub in the house. All right, Bonnie, let's get you before Marrow. All right, B-Dub. You came in as the leader into this chapter at 549. Now, we know you did miss a week. Wasn't the last 2 weeks where we had a lot of extra bosses, but there was an XP deduction. But with items, potions, elixirs, you still added 240K, almost missing a week and getting the full 250 that you would have needed. Very close anyway. B-Dub, I got you coming in comfortably at 799. And moving up to level 11. Easily. And still keeping that cushion. Still got the cushion that you had coming into this chapter. 799 and moving up to level 11. And that's the benefit, everybody, of creating that extra XP. Now, a lot of you got plenty of XP potions that you can use in case of an emergency. $799. Actually, B-Dub, it's 250K. $799. Not 789, not 240. It is actually 250. All right, let me get another volunteer. Now, I do know, Bonnie, there were a couple times that the group got destroyed and you had to burn an extra pot or two. But it was worthwhile. There were a couple times the group wiped with some bonus elixirs, and I know a few of you had to add a couple extra bonus elixirs to keep that XP high. All right, Valar. I see you, Valar. Come on down. All right, Valar is another one of those I have to tell you guys. She is like a damaged queen. When it comes to top 10 and consistently being in the top 10, that's a name I see each and every week up there, just absolutely letting it fly. No holds barred. Valar, I had you coming in at 513, adding 300K. Items used, very high. Potions, elixirs, with all bosses as well. 813, moving up to level 11 sniper. Very well done, easily done. Man, this right side of the room is starting to look a little scary. I mean, that is some serious. I'm scared for you guys tonight, to be honest. All right, let's get another volunteer. Who's next? All right, you guys gonna give me a little break. Nixie said Tiny's going to be your toughest player. Will and Ron are like, what? Fly Rod, what? All right, let's get Dow up there. All right, Dow's pretty easy as well. He was barely over the curve, 505. Certainly, Dow was here every week. Missed some XP because of his work schedule. He was there for the bosses, but with items used, with overall damage, a little bit light, but certainly more than enough to get over the hurdle. Dow coming in at 505, adding 280K. I got Dow at 785 and moving up to level 11 as well. Keep the streak alive, everybody. Dow 785 and level 11. Moonshot. All right, let's get another one of my snipers up here. Moon, you actually had a pretty decent cushion coming in. You had a 34K cushion. So Moonshot, you were doing well. You were at 534, but Vladimir kicked your ass, and you lost 200,000 experience points because he actually cut off your face. So yeah, that's not good for you. So Moonshot, 534. You had a great round as well. I got you adding 280K. going from 534 above 800K. I've got you at 814. So Moon will certainly look for some creative plays. Not all of them are successful, but certainly he's thinking outside the box, looking for the right arrow, the right fizzle, the right item. So Moon going from 534 all the way up to 814K, and comfortably, if 750 is the cutoff and you're in the 800s or close to 800, you're pretty good. Got at least a 50K cushion going into the next chapter. So Moon, we'll put you over here with these guys. Oh, did you miss that? Moon, you didn't see the part where Vladimir cut off your face? How could you miss that? I remember it like it was just last week. It's a dark stairway. Well, pay close attention. Okay, now certainly Graves of Craven is the most disgusting, sick, dark chapter we've ever had. But yes, there's a lot of clues there. If you guys pay close attention. But Moon did give it his best. Well, you see, I didn't see Vlad dead. I know he was put in a coffin, and it appeared that he was not in the coffin this week, so I don't know. All right, let me get another volunteer. I don't know. Bonnie, are you here to cover for Amanda? All right. Let me get Amanda's real quick, and then I'll get to Kat. Amanda had missed a couple of weeks in the last chapter. She actually made it all 4 weeks here. So she's starting to turn the corner. Amanda was 9. This is a pretty important one as well. because I had Amanda coming in at 443. She was under the curve. She added 282. So, Bonnie, I got Amanda coming in at 725. I'm pretty certain she has 25K in potions. So, I'm going to level her up twice. And then we'll get together on the XP potions. But I'm pretty sure she has 25K. And if so, that will take Amanda from 9 all the way back up to level 11. Right there with the group. So I'm pretty certain after the last couple events. So I'm going to put her exactly at 750. And we'll go ATT 20 times 4. She should have those in inventory as well. So I haven't checked it lately, but she was up there. All right, let's get Cat. All right. Cat has made some pretty huge strides over the last 5 weeks as well. So we know that we grandfathered in some of our characters in at level 8. And we also made it available, and it's still available, for any of our new players that sign on to wear gladiator gear. Said if they're going to join and they want to jump in and they want to play the game, gladiator gear can be used by any new players. Now, the distinction is when you start to get into tier 3 gear and you get into heavy raiding gear, that's a different ball game. So as we get new players, and if you guys go up to level 11, then if a new player starts tomorrow, they're going to start at level 9. You guys go to level 12, they're going to start at level 10. So Kat had started at level 8, and pretty good chapter for her as well. So I have Kat starting out at 220K, adding 260K. We know there's some bonus experience mixed into that as well. Putting her at a total of 480K. And again, between packs, rewards, Cat will go from 480K to 500K, barely making the turn with her XP and taking her from level 8 to level 10, only one level behind the group. Now, it's 300,000 XP behind the group, so don't get too excited yet. A level doesn't sound like a lot, but there's still a lot of ground to make up. 300,000 is a lot of ground to make up. It's like a whole chapter. But still, congratulations, Kat, moving up to level 10. And that'll be better PvE gear you'll be able to wear. You'll be able to help the group out a little bit more on Friday nights. Again, it doesn't really pertain to PvP because our PvPers are going to PvP in the best gear possible. But barely at the hurdle at 500K, so congratulations, level 10. And hopefully you can start to chip away at that next level and get caught up with the group in a few months. Ocean Man. I am starting to get a little bit afraid, though, of this right side. I mean, the numbers are pretty equal. But, oh, hold on. We got Ocean Man. Here we go. Ray, get in here and represent. All right, I've got Ray, you're at 512, so you had a little bit of a cushion coming in, 12,000. And you had a good chapter. So Ocean Man added 275K. Mr. Consistent. Ray, I've got you going up to 787. So another 37,000. So you added to it a little bit. 787 for Ocean Man, easily moving up to level 11. All right, Team Vox. I've got Rocket. Now, Gina messaged me. She came in at 422,000. Now, we know Gina tried to log on 3 different times. She was able to log in a couple times. One time actually get an attack in. So, unfortunately, she was only at 50K. Which put her at 472,000. Gina has in excess of 30K. So she is applying her XP potions. And it is going to take her up to 502K. And Rocket is going to level 10 as well. So she's still a level behind. But for the most part, she's missed over 6 weeks. But she's still trying to log. She's still trying to use her items. She's still trying to keep pace. She's still full gladiator. Except for last week. But she's still rocking gladiator gear. And she is up to level 10. So if she can get back into Cosmic Caverns, start to get that rocket damage and rocket XP that you guys are going to need. All right, let's get Hippo. Hippo in the house. Where you at, Hippo? All right. Hippo was level 9, 479K. So he wasn't too far away from 500K. But he did miss a week in week 2. So Hippo, I had you coming in at 225. So the gap got a little bit wider. You did die a lot, as Dime said. Nothing wrong with that. But I still have you leveling up from level 9 to level 10. And I've got you at 704. Not terrible. You're 46K down. It can be made up. But the big news is you did go from level 9 to level 10. So now we got Hippo at level 10. Gina at level 10. Cat at level 10. So everybody from Vox, at least getting in double figures. But we hadn't gotten to Alex yet. Alex, a little different story. We'll get to him shortly. So Hippo, 704K, congratulations, level 10. All right, let me go ahead and get Alex's numbers up here. Mist, if you can get Alex's numbers, or I guess Mist doesn't have to, can be anybody from Vox. Anybody from Vox or Mist, if you can get them to Dow. All right. As you guys know, Alex came in at level 8 as well. Trying to get logged back on. He's had some phone difficulty, to be honest. And he was level 8. So the question is, do we keep the string alive? He was 190K. I did have him add 85K, which does put him at 275. And yes, that does take him from level 8 to level 9. So he's still a little behind the group, but he does jump up to level 9, and he is sitting at 275K. So his next push, if he can make it every week in Cosmic Caverns, is to get to that level 10 mark. Needs about 225K to get there. All right. Julie J hasn't been able to make it for a few weeks, so I'm not going to go over her XP. It stayed the same. Oh, let's put you over here. Let's get 10 man. Ben has been a little more active as of late. We saw him here last night, which helped. Ben was coming in at level 8. And much like Alex, I got Ben adding a little bit more. He added 105K. So Ben goes from level 8 to level 9. And he's now sitting at 343K. So still got a ways to go to get to 500K. But Ben going from level 8 to level 9. All right, so we got a few more to go, and then we'll wrap this thing up. We're right at an hour. Let's get Nixie in the house. All right, Nixie. Nixie, you came in at 505. So you had a slight cushion above that 500K. I've got you adding 275K, raising your total up to 780, and moving you up to level 11 as well. All right, we got 4 to go. Let's get Kel. Kel was misconsistent. She was only a few thousand away from the leaders at 531K. Till the refrigerator. All right, Kel. It proved to be costly. But you still added 235K. So if we took the cushion you had before and then add it to the other 3 weeks, I've got you coming in at 766K, easily going to level 11, and you still got a 16K cushion. So no potions, no items needed. All right, let's get Will. I have not seen or heard from Will today, so we'll go ahead and roll through his numbers. Somebody from Sly maybe can relay this information. I had Will at 505 coming in. Will, very strong chapter. Will was super engaged. Had a couple bonus puzzles that Will was able to figure out. So I had Will adding 290K. So I got Will sitting at 795 and easily going up to level 11 as well. So easy level up for Will. And have not heard from Amy. So we'll go ahead and get Amy's information out there as well. Amy was at 530, up there among the leaders. She added 290K. Taking her total up to 820K. Slightly ahead of Moonshot. Not quite as high as Trigger. But certainly leveling up. And last and certainly not least, the Assassin. Julia, always among the top in damage. She's always up there. No doubt about her being in the top 10. Super reliable. I don't think she's ever missed a raid. Julia came in at 540K. Trailing a couple of the leaders. She was barely trailing Bonnie and Trigger coming into this chapter. And I have her adding 300K as well, putting her total at 840, but still trailing Trigger by 4K. So the top two, Trigger 844K, Julia 840K. And then after that, we dip down to Dimes at 824. Amy at 820. So, certainly, you don't get any more points for XP. I mean, just get the cushion, get above the curve. It'll be neat to see the race to 1 million, which is going to be the next chapter. Like, for me, I think that's going to be kind of an important thing. So if you do have potions and, maybe not using them all today, but it'll be kind of cool to see who can get above 1 million and create that cushion. That might be something to sort of talk about. Like, we start the chapter next Friday and we go for a month. Let's see who's going to be the highest above 1 million. Got a pretty competitive race. Might mean some people need to use a lot of their potions. Some people might need to deal more damage. But we might have some people at 1.1 million. Maybe even higher than that. So, Julia going to level 11. And everybody's kind of within striking distance. All right, everybody. Hey, that is our level up event. As I said, I want to keep it to about an hour. No drama, no attacks. Nobody's going to do anything crazy yet. But be here tonight, 8 o'clock. We've got great casual PvP, probably a few drinks, a couple extra summoning. What's a summoning stone? You'll find out tonight. Jack-o'-lanterns, portals, and a spooky Halloween special bundle just for tonight. And we'll have some challenge matches. It's going to be a lot of portal activity. So I'm looking forward to seeing the portal, and hopefully you guys will hang out for a couple hours, and let's have a good time. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you later on. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your Halloween, and we kick off at 8 o'clock tonight. Peace.
Baby, I just wanna dance, 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 dance.